Regarding Costco, I'm a shareholder. They're nuts if they think I want them fighting the federal government on policy. I don't care who took that poll when. There's no way you'd get that result today. You don't fight the attorney general in multiple states. You got to be out of your mind. Yeah. That's bad for business. Hire for merit and advance people that deserve it, and you will find every race, color, gender, everybody will come to the fore.
Well, Costco is showing just how committed they are to DEI. The retailer has dished out massive bonuses for achieving diversity and environmental goals, with top executives raking in a total of $217,000 between 2021 and 2024. Now we're finding out how many of Costco's executives are part of a business group that is dedicated to advance racial equity for Black Washingtonians. And they seem to be doubling down. And, also, David, remember that the shareholders in Costco, they've had it with DEI. Many corporations have said they have had it with DEI. But I guess we have a couple of executives here at Costco that don't want to let it go, even though it doesn't make financial sense anymore.
I'm going to throw a crazy word out on a business channel, fiduciary. Follow it with responsibility.
Taylor says it all the time.
Yeah, love it.
What is your fiduciary responsibility of the corporation when you're just handing money out for some goal that makes no sense, to Kevin's point? What exactly is the goal here to have? Do you want 14 or 16% blacks, 19% Hispanics, 2.3% Asian, so many Caucasian? I mean, this is the ridiculous nature of this. And what does it advance? It also breaks up a company. When you've got employees who are questioning other employees, because people do still talk at the water cooler or whatever, it's like, why did you get your job? I mean, do you really want to be that person that gets a DEI hire?
Well, the problem I have with it, too, is that it's become so systemic in some of these organizations. There are now financial incentives. So the fact that certain people are getting bonuses if they hit their DEI metrics, or that the CEO in 2023, according to a proxy statement, got $100,000 for achieving the necessary goals. Is he doing it because he's doing the right thing for the business and his fiduciary duty, or is he doing it because he just got a check for $100,000? I will say this, even if it's not like it was at Target or the advertising with Bud Light, where it's like boldly in your face and really offensive to most people, even if it's just within the culture and the hiring practices, when people start reading about that and hearing about it, people who are, on the right of the center, they're going to say, this is not okay. Will they put their discounts before their ideals, or vice versa? I think some people will say, I'm just not going to shop there.
And Brian, just to give this to you here, top bosses, she mentioned that what Craig Jelinek was getting paid, Jackie did, but they raked in a total of at least $217,000, anywhere from 2021 to 24, because they would achieve these social and environmental goals. Here you are doling out money to executives to make sure that they get those DEI goals in place.
So
that's
they get
shareholder money.
They get that money, shareholder money. I mean, it comes from anybody's pocket who shops at Costco, for example. But then I think the most infuriating part is what they do is they wrap it in this veneer of all these nonprofits that are named really nice sounding things, and they all sit on the board and they're a part of them. And they have those people kind of launder all this stuff for them so that they come out looking like they're high-minded and virtuous. And by the way, these nonprofit people are making really good money.
I'm sure they are
on this as well. It's a racket, okay? And shareholders have a right to say, quit the racket, quit enriching yourselves. When regular employees want a good place to work, good training, and great colleagues, and by the way, any race or background or ethnicity can provide that.
And Taylor, it's Disney.
Well, I was going to say to Brian, the shareholders who might have finally spoken out might have been Disney. They used to be $190 stock after COVID. You're at $108. So if you've fallen by half, that might be shareholders saying to Disney, wake up, get your act together, and refocus on, dare I say it, your fiduciary duty, which is taking care of me, the shareholder. We do know that Disney, according to a latest report just coming out in the last couple minutes, a memo that Reuters has seen that says that they are rolling back some of their DEI programs. Get this, they want to focus on business outcomes. Imagine that. I'm old school. We're focusing on business outcomes. That sounds good.
What did I say yesterday? Why are they hiking their prices? Are they hiking their prices because their foot traffic is down because none of this stuff worked? And then when you hike your prices, the people who still were willing to pay for it can't afford it. So you're going to have nobody at your park.
I think they listen. listened to you.
I think
they were tuned in and they heard that and they're responding.
But you know, Disney, I mean, remember how much trouble Disney got in Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of all
Going up
places.
against Governor DeSantis, and he said enough is enough. I mean, I just think they picked the wrong fight.
They went after the customer. All the shows, they ruined Star Wars.
Yeah.
They ruined all these programs. They ruined Marvel. Right? My friend used to be the chairman of Marvel. We talk about this. They screwed the formula that he built into a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah.
And Peter's made it really clear. They screwed everything up because they were invested in the customer.
Well, they got to fix it now, right?
They had trans
All right.
bathrooms and they canceled Cinderella.
They're raising their prices because the Bippity Boppity Boutique is awesome.
All right.
I have
Love
no
that.
idea where
Absolutely.
that
That's awesome. Okay.